Fight, 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 fight.
Hypocrisy.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Law Splaining the Interwebs. I am your host, Nick Ricada of Ricada Law, small law firm in central Minnesota who apparently can't click the right fucking button to start the show. With me today, why don't we have titles? God damn it. With me today is Epic Mike. What's going on, man?
Hey, how's it going, man? It's been a hot minute. I finally had a freaking Friday free, and I was like, if Ricada doesn't get a hold of me, I'm gonna be pissed. This is the one Friday I have off, and like magic, I was like looking at my phone. I was like, maybe I'll just say hi to him, and you popped me up just as I was gonna message you. So I was
sweet,
like, perfect. Yeah, this is
good timing.
Friday night. So yeah, man, I'm glad to be here.
Well, I'm happy to have you, man. It's always a pleasure to have you on. And yeah, it's I've been trying to get you on for a couple weeks, and it's like, well, I'm doing this thing, doing that thing. I'm like, damn it. I want my funny man back.
I know. I worked really hard to make sure that today happened. So
well, I'm glad. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also with me, down below, another. See, it's not. We now have two white guys and one black guy on the show, but not like in the way anybody thinks. With me down below is Matt. What's going on, brother?
I didn't work at all to come on here. You invited me on the last second, and so here I am in front of my computer.
It's perfect.
Well, thank you. Dude, it's like today I was hanging out with Lady Ragus. We were running all over the place doing errands, and then I got home and my daughter wanted to play Bloons TD6 with me. And it's like a tower defense game on an iPad and shit. And she's been wanting to play this game with me for the past several days. She's like, Dad, can we play Bloons TD? And I'm like, no. Can we play Bloons TD? No. And then she'll just keep telling me about everything she's done in the game, driving me insane. Telling me about her achievements and going, are you proud? Are you proud? I'm like, sure. It's great. I'm glad that you got the druid leveled up or whatever.
She needs you to buy gems.
Yeah. No, she didn't ask me to buy anything. Thank God. But she's finally, I'm like, okay, we'll play this after I get people lined up for my show tonight. And then I was like, oh my God, I have to get people lined up for the show. Instead, I'm messaging people and it's a disaster. But luckily, actually, like the first couple people I messaged had the night. So that was good. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. And I will send you a fart in a jar.
Whoa.
That's what I've always wanted. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
No problem. No problem. As a certified e-girl, I have access to this technology, and I will give it to you. I will give it to you.
I put it next to my bath water. I'm really excited about that one. Yeah.
Well, I only send bath water in vape vials, right?
Yeah.
Like so you could plop those in there.
So you can be like, an extra douchebag when you're done. Yeah, like this is bath water, by the way, as you vape it. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
But yeah, welcome to the show. We'll be joined by Legal Vices in a little bit.
Why?
And I don't wait, what?
Why?
Why?
I don't want them on here.
You don't want them on here?
No more lawyers, okay?
Look, a 2-to-1 black ratio is not enough for me. I still feel unsafe. Yeah. If I was walking around in Detroit with a 2-to-1 ratio, I would not be okay. But a 3-to-1 ratio is enough.
Yeah. Yeah, you push the first friend in front, he gets shot, and you trip the other one, so he's gonna get shot, and you run away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Perfect.
So is this like reverse Ghostbusters rules, or
it's a Detroit twofer is what they call it.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I live in Michigan. We know all about the Detroit twofer.
Yeah, it's good. That's why white people had to learn to travel in packs.
It's like an extended Mozambique drill.
Speaking of that, I was just in Philly, which I hear is like as bad as anywhere else in the world. And I was actually just fine walking around. I don't typically feel unsafe anywhere that I am, which is probably ignorance or narcissism, one of those two things. But it was pretty good. But the Uber drivers were freaked out like crazy, man. They were terrified of the city that they drive in.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, and I was like, you have a car and you work for Uber, just go to any other city on earth. Like, just do that instead. But no, they're like, the one guy's like, he's like, I do not drive past 6 p.m. because they will shoot me for the car like this. And I'm like, oh, okay. He was driving like a Suburban or whatever. But I was like, oh, calm down, homie. Like, no one's going to kill you. I'm not going to kill you anyway.
Yeah.
But
Well.
then, so like my latent racism kicked in right after that, though, because he dropped me off at my Airbnb and then I went to go meet a friend. And so I called another Uber and I swear it was the same guy, but I don't know.
But wearing a mustache this time.
No. Well, yes, but so was the first guy. And like they looked the same, they sounded the exact same. And I was frantically trying to find out, like, can I see my history of driver names to find out if it was? But then we got in the car and he asked us all the same questions that the last guy did. And I was like, is he just like, I think these are the same white people. Like, I think so, but I'm not sure. So I didn't know if we were having a mutual racism moment where we each didn't recognize the other. No. But it was weird.
Did you ever get to the bottom of it? You didn't confront him?
No. I was like, did you just drive us here? Did you just drive us? Because you said you didn't drive after 6 and it's after 6 now.
Yeah. Have either of you ever driven Uber?
Oh God, no.
Okay.
No. Have you?
Yes.
Wait, you have?
What? Yes. When I was in law school, so I knew that Uber was going to be coming to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and while I was in DC, I like pre-applied and got approved as an Uber driver. So for a period of like 4 weeks, I was the only Uber in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And what I would do is like in between classes and then after after whatever, I would drive Uber, and it made a insane amount of money until all of a sudden, then everyone else got approved. But stopping driving at like 10 o'clock is a really good idea, because from like 6 to 10, it would be great. You just have all these interesting conversations with all these people, and then straight up 10 o'clock, wasted white girls, perpetual, and they would fuck up your cars in a way you couldn't even understand.
Yeah.
Like I got a bad review and it said the back of his car is full of sand. And I'm like, what? No, that's literally impossible. And I get out, open my back seat. There's 1.5 inches of sand. How did they do that?
Where did they even get? You're in Tuscaloosa. Is that?
Yeah, there's clay. I don't know. There's no sand. There was straight up. Yes. There's no sand.
She's had a purse full of sand. She's like, watch this guy.
She's like, I'm going to fuck this guy's ready to go.
Hold on, let me get out my pocket sand and fill this car up.
No, the first time I had a white girl hanging out the side of my car, vomiting, and by the way, you're on your own for that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, I ain't doing this no more. And then you try to clock out at 11, and the app would guilt trip you. It'd be like, these people out, and they really need you right now. They need you. They're depending on drivers like you to get home safely. And I'm like, get fucked.
The app is emotionally abusing you and gaslighting you.
Yeah.
You not being on the road increases the number of potential drunk drivers on the road at this point in the night. Yeah. No, it's so Lady Rackets and I were leaving a club one time. This is a couple months. It was in the dead of winter. A couple months ago. We're leaving this club. It's closing time, so everybody's filtering out into different Ubers. And this super drunk girl was trying to get into the Uber of these like 5 bros, and she was trying to get it. And he's like, "This is not your Uber. Yours is up there." It was the exact same car, right? Like 2 of the exact same. And all of her friends were in the other one, but she was so damn wasted she couldn't tell that she wasn't supposed to be in that one. So they send one drunk guy up to the other car to bring like this fat drunk girl back to retrieve her fat drunk friend.
That's good.
And she's like waddling. It's Minnesota. It's Minneapolis. It's solid ice. And she falls and like her shirt falls off and like her boobs are hanging out and she's flopping around on the ground. She's like, "You're supposed to be in this one." It was the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen. Lord. But the best part is none of them probably remember anything that happened. All I know is this guy is like trying to hold back the tide of this girl trying to get into the door of the Jeep or whatever that is packed full of like probably like young college kids, right? Like they're just trying to get away and they can't because she will not leave them alone. was like, God, I could never do that job.
That
Like,
reminds me of a Uber ride I gave in Tuscaloosa. It was the most dramatic, like 15 minutes of my life.
yeah.
So it was, hard limit 4 people. And so these 6 little prostitutes approach my car to get in. And I'm like, no. And then they start fighting with each other. 2 of them are like, oh, we'll just walk. And then the people inside the car are like, no, you can't walk. And they're like, it's literally right there. They're fighting. So finally, whatever happens, there's 4 people in my car. And I actually look at the trip because, I hit pick up, right?
Yeah.
It was actually 100 meters from the pickup.
No.
So after this like massive fight, after they've sorted themselves out, the doors close. I let the clutch out, put it back in. We're there. That was
Holy
it.
shit.
And I got like, oh, and by the way, again, because I was the only Uber in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, I got $25.
Nice. Well done.
The last Uber I took was in Florida at the Geeks and Gamers meetup, and we get into the car and there's no music. It's dead silent. I go, hey, how you doing, man? The guy says nothing to me. We're riding along, and like occasionally I would just like say something to the guy and he wasn't talking, and I was like getting more and more agitated. We get done. I get out of the car. I was like, I said it out loud too. I was like, what a fucking asshole. Like, why wouldn't he fucking talk to me? He's got a problem or something? And my buddy goes, dude, he's deaf. And there was I didn't see it, and right on this fucking seat right in front of me was a sign that says deaf driver. And I was like, I didn't see it at all. I was so pissed that this guy was not responding to me at all. I was like, what a piece of shit. Like, I'm giving him a terrible review.
He's sitting there listening to the radio in Braille the whole time. Like, oh, wait, deaf people. Yeah, no, that would work.
You fucking idiot. You fucking moron.
Yeah, no. Look, deaf people should listen in Braille. They can't hear it. They might as well feel it. That's what I'm saying.
They do still get to feel. No, wait, actually, no, you're right, because if they were reading, that would be dangerous.
Yes, right? You got to listen in Braille. That's what I'm saying. I'm recovering this. This is not my fuck up. This is deaf people's fuck up for not listening in Braille.
Just you try not to be deaf, yeah. Just driving along, just feeling the dashboard. You're like, that's a good song.
Oh yeah, I love this trick.
It wouldn't sound like that. Dude, I always hate it when you go to the ATM and there's Braille all over the thing.
Yeah, I hate that. Like, why are they?
I get that you just mass manufacture the keys, but it bothers me on an internal level, like that this is a thing. No one is driving up to this thing going 4, 3, and it's like they have to use the touch screen anyway. Like, so how does that work? I don't get it.
No.
Oh, anyway,
I'm not blind or deaf. Yeah, it's kind of cringe.
I like going to cities because when I'm in cities, I take Uber all the time. I think it's the greatest thing ever. But I know like people who live there get tired of it or whatever. But I hate driving around especially in a city I'm visiting. I don't want to drive at all. Philadelphia would have been a disaster. I thought about driving out there, and I'm really glad I didn't, because the roads are narrow and they're full of people that I probably don't like. Mm-hmm. And it was just a mess. But I got in the Uber and just didn't care. Like, I just tuned out and would ride all over the place. But damn. Yeah.
God, you guys are making. I've like repressed all these Uber stories in my head. There's another one where there was this little Surratt, little blonde Alabama sorority girl. And again, like, this was in the early days when it wasn't just like your price wasn't calculated at the front. You would pay by the minute or what. I don't know what it was. She called the Uber, again, the one Uber in Tuscaloosa, me, and just had me run her errands.
Yeah, that's good.
Like, no, she was like, oh, she had me drive her to the grocery store. Can you just wait here? I'm like, yes. And I waited. And then she had me like go to 3 different spots. And it was like $280.
Damn.
It was, and the whole time I'm like, what? Like, am I retarded? Someone's retarded here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, you don't know if you ripped her off or if she somehow took advantage of you.
Yeah,
right?
that's because it starts when they're happy and excited about it. I started to feel like, wait, am I just a very low rate slave?
Yeah.
Like
She was like, "Oh,
Well,
thank God you're black." She's like, "I can really feel good about this one."
no, she's like, no. She's like, I
She should
came to
be
University
mad
of
she-
Alabama for a reason.
She should be mad she paid you at all, in my opinion. This is very offensive to me and my heritage. Like, dear God, she should have just gotten in and ordered you around, but not to go over 35. Oh, I'm so glad I got Morgan Freeman as a driver. Oh, fuck me. So, Mike, what have you been up to, man? We haven't talked in a long time. I know you've still been playing through Frostmaiden, but is it coming to an end soon?
So you think so, and we were looking at possibly calling it, and then Comics Division is actually joining us next Thursday. So I think it revamped the Fed a little bit, so now he wants to keep going. The campaign we're still doing it, but it's very off the rails at this point.
Yeah, as it should be.
Yeah, at one point we threw rocks at the Frostmaiden. She showed up for a second, and we threw rocks at her, and that's currently the running plan when we see her finally at the end, the big boss battle. We're just gonna beat her to death with a bunch of rocks and make everybody really uncomfortable.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's something, but yeah, I don't know. I have no idea how close we are to the end. I just know I have Stunning Strike now, and it's pissing the Rude Eye off really bad. So,
I mean, this is amazing to me. Are you ripping your tactics from the headlines?
oh,
Like, did you see this? Like, this just happened.
listen, art imitates life, Yeah.
So yeah, this chick died. She was struck by a rock while driving. I guess they were throwing. Yes, they were throwing rocks at cars that are driving, which I don't know if people know this, but when cars are going fast and a rock of sufficient size hits the car, it goes through the windshield and into like a person's face, and it kills them with, relative ease.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, these three guys did it, and they threw rocks at this chick and she died. And then, like, after they hit her with the rocks and she died, they became this is the fucked up part. Whoa, shit. Where did I go? No. There. God damn it. They clapped and became blood brothers.
What?
Yes. It's so fucking weird. Like, they're like, yeah, we got him. And I'm pretty sure
we killed her.
and I think they took either a photo together or they took a photo of her or something like that. Let's see.
Holy shit.
What the fuck? Hold on. I gotta find this. All three were suspected of throwing rocks. They were believed to be in a black 2016 Chevy Silverado. The men, they were booked into jail. They're scheduled to appear. Oh, no, okay. So there's more to this story. It was so fucking weird.
Dude, I just feel so bad for the victim. Like, imagine that being how you go on the kill feed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a prop death.
Yeah, these three retards are why you're dead.
No. He's already got a receding hairline and he's like 18.
Yeah, this guy's got a receding hairline. This guy's got a receding skull. Like he's been
His brain pan's all different.
sideways lobotomized.
Holy shit.
No, that's the rock expert. He's the one with experience.
He got hit in the head with a rock as a child, and he's like, I am the rock king. I understand everything about this.
The guy on the left is straight out of Dune.
The guy on the left is who they used to see up close because he doesn't let too much light in through his eyes. So he's got,
Look at these guys.
Oh my God.
yeah, so here we go. Teen accused of fatal rock throwing took picture of victim's car as a memento.
No way.
Absolute assholes. At least 7 vehicles were hit by large landscaping rocks. So
they weren't even cheaping out on the rocks. Like they planned this out.
Wow.
After taking the photo of Bartle's car, Koenig, Carol Chick, and Carol Chick talked about being blood brothers and that they could never speak of this incident again, according to the affidavits, which were released Thursday, the same day the teens made their initial court appearance. So, I mean, which reminds me of this movie, like A Simple Plan with Billy Bob Thornton, like, and he's just a little bit slow or whatever. Like that's how that conversation strikes me as happening. But Yeah. After
What a bunch of
circling back,
morons.
yeah, he told investigators that Koenig slowed down so that Quack could take a picture of the car. When police asked why, Quack replied that he thought Joseph or Mitch would want it as a memento. They felt excited when the rocks hit the car. Stop telling the police this stuff. It was an accident. The landscaping rocks just fell out of your truck or whatever. Like, oh my God. Speaking of falling out of the truck, hey, what's up, Jeff? How you doing, brother?
Whoa. Good. Sorry to be so late. I got wrapped up in a dramatic reading of Chad Daybell, Lori Vallow text porn messages.
Oh God, I bet those are good.
Oh, they're so bad.
Are they hot at all?
Oh, dude, no. It's like if an 8-year-old tried to write fanfic porn, is so bad, which is why I'm going to do a complete separate dramatic reading and upload it to my channel. It's so bad.
Yeah, and it's gonna be good.
And they use these things that I think would be funnier if they were euphemisms, but they're not really euphemisms. They mean what they're saying.
Like what? Give me a sexy example.
Oh God. Give me a second. Luckily I haven't shut this down yet. Let's see. Tremendous is the word I think we have to look up here.
I'm getting
if it's not followed by Johnson, then I don't want to hear it.
It's not. All right, blessing. Okay, yeah. This is them talking about how they were actually giving each other, because he did fan fiction wrong. He had to kill his wife, and then she had to kill her husband so they could get together to smash. But
that seems very complicated for just having sex with someone else.
Yeah, well, which is why they had to take out 2 of the children as well. But
I mean,
he's doing this wrong. Yeah. He's sending her fanfic, but it's not like what he wants to do with her. It's sort of a historical fictionalization of what they actually did together. So when he's talking about giving her a blessing, he's actually talking about laying on of the hands kind of blessing. But this is their first meeting. They're dry humping on a sofa. And I just think if this was actually a euphemism for blowjob, it would be the greatest paragraph ever. She then gave him a trim. Oh, and see, okay, God, this backstory. He set up the cult. She agreed with the cult, and he had a revelation apparently that they had been married on Earth previously, and that they were all good buddies with Jesus Christ.
Of course.
So they lived in Jerusalem. They were important people with Jesus. They'd been married then, and so obviously they had the wrong spouses in this life, and they had to rectify it. So
yeah, I mean, as one does.
Yes. Yeah. She then gave him a tremendous blessing that helped him realize how much she truly loved him and wanted to be with him forever. He was deeply humbled that such an incredible woman regarded him so highly. His heart burned as she blessed him, and he had glimpses come to his mind of not only their life in Jerusalem, but even as a couple on a previous earth. And see, this would be so much better if it was a euphemism. It's like she gave him a tremendous blowjob on the couch that was so good it made him see Jesus in Jerusalem. It would have been so much better if it was a euphemism, but it's not.
Yeah,
that's really sad. Like
I was really worried that was gonna trigger one of Matt's Uber stories.
Hey, actually,
have any of in the Uber land, has anyone ever described yourself as loin fire? Loin fire comes up in this thing a lot.
That was one of my best reviews.
Yeah, loin fire. Pure loin fire.
His loin fire is.
His driving was loin fire. I actually used the phrase "Are your loins burning today?" to someone. We were talking about something. I was like, "Are your loins burning?"
I always refer to frothing.
Yeah. Frothing loins.
Frothing loins. That's a
whenever I know somebody who's like in their 30s and they've already produced like 6 or 7 children, I feel like that's the only way you can refer to their loins.
Yeah. Well, the pelvic wall or the pelvic floor at that point is probably weak. Yeah. So this is literally frothing loins, I think.
And then you mix in a little osteoporosis with it and you're in danger.
My girlfriend is watching this and is meticulously sending me screenshots of all of the people referring to our race.
Well, as the only white guy on the panel, I just want to say I didn't ask to be born this color.
Yeah. Right. For shame, Jeff.
I know.
I can't believe you owned us in a previous generation.
Well, I'm from Irish stock. We were owned too. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
You showed up on a boat and they said, "Welcome to the Union Army."
Yeah, pretty much.
You're scared cold ass a rifle.
Yeah, and those of you that did there, you can go to Chicago and work in the stockyard. So Upton Sinclair can write horrible books about you.
I hate the Irish.
Me too.
Okay, let me hit a couple of these super chats that came in. Jano says, "Oh, okay,
Thanks.
I'm waiting." Like if you're gonna stop it, you better start it.
Rip that fucking e-brake so hard. Okay.
No, don't read the pay pig's words.
Jano says, "Just got home from the hospital a few hours ago after my second seizure since December. Can I get a toast to my health and one for my amazing girlfriend who drops everything to rush and make sure I'm okay?" No, I thought when you had the seizure, you're the one dropping everything. Like there's probably glass everywhere. It's very embarrassing. Yeah, of course, brother. 1 second.
Oh, wait a minute. It's already 1:30 p.m. Why am I not drinking?
Yeah, no
What's
kidding.
wrong with me? What's wrong with me?
Well, one thing that's wrong with you is you live in a backwards time zone.
I'm
well, I mean, technically a forwards time zone.
Yeah.
It's what time?
It is 1:30 p.m. here in South Korea.
What? Yeah. Why are you there?
Because I have a boss that pays an incredible amount of money to my bank account every month to keep me here. So
literally, do not question why we deport the Irish. Like, don't ever ask.
Right.
Don't question when we get rid of them.
We don't want him here. I mean, that's the main thing.
Oh, why am I pouring Glenmorangie 18 when I have a bottle of like $3 Irish whiskey here?
Yeah.
No,
so an incredible
I chug
amount
out
of
of my
money
dollar store bottle of water. I'm like, yeah,
an incredible amount of money to keep an Irishman in Korea. So it's got to be at least 75 cents a day.
For just 75 cents a day, Sally Struthers will tell you how bad I have it.
To Jano, a toast to your health, which sounds like it's got some perils to it, but hopefully those will get resolved. And a big toast to your girlfriend who puts up with your shit when you lie and say that you're having a seizure because you just don't want to talk to her. Cheers to you guys. I hope everything goes great. And one day you'll just learn to communicate instead of running away from those arguments. Have a good one, brother. Okay, Shadow Bear says, "Did you get to meet up with Vic in Philly at all? I ran into him at the airport on Monday, and he texted you when I told him you were in town." Two things. Yes, I did get to meet up with him. I got to meet up with him and also with his friend, two-time heavyweight world champion Tim Witherspoon.
Ooh.
That was cool. He was just there. This venerable boxer. And we had a very nice time. We went to a bar and just hung out and pissed off a bunch of old ladies. But then Vic went over and charmed them all with his weird personality, and we had a great time. Like having these old ladies keep coming up to our table and talking to us over and over and over again.
Man, that's what I love when I go to bars. Yeah, that's what I hope happens.
I mean, it was funny. It was fun. They were super nice. They were having a trivia day, and we were being really loud, so we were interrupting their ability to hear the trivia questions. But then he just started giving them answers to the questions. So then they loved us. I don't know. It
just sounds like the worst night ever. This is so good.
it was fun.
We're drinking in a bar, and the old women playing trivia over there keep bothering us. So we just fed him the answers to get him to leave us alone.
I didn't pick the bar. Vic didn't pick the bar. The bar picked us. I guess it was a weird place, but I guess there's liquor there, so it was fine. But that's the first thing. So yes, we did get to hang out. But the second thing is, that bastard knew I was in Philly because I had just messaged him a couple days ago because he had sent me. He wanted to talk about something, and I was like, I'm in Philly, man. I can't. I'm gonna be home like Tuesday night, so I can chat then. And then he messages me like, "Hey, guess what? I'm in Philly." And you said like he had no idea. Well, if he just read his text message, he would have known. So, but anyway, no, we had a really good time. Thank you. Vegas Diz says, "I used to drive for Uber in Vegas and stopped shortly after I had a rider that I picked up from a pool party try to make a call from her flip-flop. She called me later and said she thought she lost her phone in my car." Wait, how'd she get your number?
It was on her flip-flop. She'd saved it on her flip-flop.
Yeah, she etched it into her flip-flop or whatever.
Yeah, she just dialed it in.
So I actually, I did lose my phone in an Uber in Philly. And then my buddy was hanging out with us, and it's like 1:30 in the morning, and he starts calling my phone like over and over because we thought maybe I dropped it in the Airbnb, and he calls it, and then the Uber driver picked it up and he answered, And it was a Chinese guy, and he's like, yeah, I have phone. And I was like, well, will you bring it back, please? Like, that would be awesome. And he did. So I gave him $50. It was nice.
Whoa.
It was cool of him to come back out.
Nice.
The best Uber ride I ever had in my life was in Vegas. This guy was like this old battle scarred like New Yorker guy that had been trapped in Vegas for like 25 years. Like, yeah, this is a much better place when the mafia ran the place. I can't stand anybody in Vegas. They all got the degenerates. They go and they do the drugs and they get homeless. And I'm just listening to like 20 minutes of this New Yorker just ragging on how much he hates Vegas while working there. It was great.
It's amazing.
The best Uber ride I ever had was in DC. A woman took me from the airport, and it was a black lady, and we just it had just flooded in Northern Virginia, and the whole time we were just making fun of how white people like to build their homes right on the water, thinking that the water will not one day get upset with them.
No, see,
that's what we do.
Yeah, go ahead and defend that practice. You fucking idiot.
I hate that we have to do that. No, see, it's just funny when black people talk about what white people do with their money, because like black people assume that we have some limited supply of it. It's like,
that's the big misconception there.
Yeah, it's like, silly white people aren't worried that the water's going to come up and claim the home. It's like, no, we'll just build another one.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you do that? Oh, no, you wouldn't. That's embarrassing. I'm sorry.
I still don't see the appeal of building immediately on the water.
But see, in Utah, where we live on the tail end of a San Andreas fault line, I'm from Utah. That's what we do. We build them right next to flooding rivers and on the edge of cliffs.
That's so just fucking dumb.
And it's always the rich people. It's the richest people that do that. You poor can't afford to live on the edge of a cliff.
And then we have federal subsidized flood insurance for some reason.
You know, Kyan Rennell in the chat says black people built their city below sea level. Big shout out to New Orleans. The only thing above sea level is the French Quarter.
and the graves. At least they put the graves above sea level.
Oh, damn. Holy shit. I don't want to live on the water because I have no reason to. Like, that's the thing. Like, I kind of like going to the ocean like once a year.
Why? What do you do there?
Me? Like, what do I do, or what would I do if I lived there?
No, what do you do at the ocean?
Like, I go to the beach with my kids. No, I go like swim for a little bit, and then I go like back inside. Because my kids like to play in the sand. I like the waves.
That's dumb.
Well,
you can get
you have to explain the concept
Uber.
of ocean to them.
Any Uber.
Just go to an Uber and get your sand.
just take an Uber to get robbed and something. You know.
My favorite thing about the beach, right? Because I'm a Floridian. I grew up very close to the beach.
Yeah.
When you read old property cases, whenever they refer to the beach, they refer to it in such derogatory terms. Right? It's like there's. I remember reading one where it was like that vast and unusable pile of waste known as the beach, and then nowadays people are like, oh my god, I just love the beach. I just love to roll around and be there. That's so fucking useful.
No, I do like going out and swimming in the waves for a little bit, and then I'm good for like a whole year. I don't need to go back. Like, that's it. But my parents live down in Florida on the like canals or whatever. And I'm like,
imagining like a bogus ass drainage ditch on the side of like
No, they're the little like peninsulas with a bunch of penises coming out of them or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. I know you do. Yeah, and like they have like a boat or whatever, and we go down there, and they always want to go and like take the kids on a boat out to an island beach to go like swim. And every time, it doesn't matter what we do, the kids get seasick on the boat ride out, and it's a disaster. And then we all get sunburned to a fucking crisp because they go to a little island with no shade or anything, and it's like, and then my dad will like sit on the boat in a long sleeve shirt and a hat. Like, and I'm out in the water with the kids because they're mine. Yeah. And then we get back and he's like, didn't you put sunscreen on? I'm like, yeah, like 5 times. And he goes, well, I don't know. I didn't get burned. I'm like, Dad, Yeah, you sat in the boat. I had to be in the damn water getting cooked by the sun. Like, ah. Anyway, every time we do it, like, I don't want to ride in the boat for an hour to go to this beach. We could just drive to the regular beach instead of the boat beach and have just as much fun. But anyway,
isn't there a beach where you launch the boat?
No, they live on the water.
Okay.
Yeah. But they're above the water by several feet.
Yeah, in a flotilla.
Yeah, they don't have beach access. They have they live on a house that has access to the canals. So the water's deep, but it doesn't like come up, or anything.
Yeah,
There's no surf.
I felt very justified in judging people for being on the water because here in Michigan, there's like coastline and lots of beach. And then we had like a ton of snow. And then when that snow melted, the lake rose by it was 20 feet. And all of a sudden, all these houses that were like, oh, I love looking out at the lake, were now screaming and crying because their houses were falling into the lake. A house that I actually stayed in one time as a vacation house, I saw a picture of it on the news, and it was like sitting on the edge of like a hill, like hanging here, like the whole side of the house was just off the hill, and then eventually just fell into the ocean. Or I mean, not the ocean, the lake, which is like the ocean where we're at, because that's the closest thing we have. But yeah, it was crazy. Like, I mean, there was like houses everywhere that just all went in, and then all the houses that were like on the beachfront were just flooded. Like, a guy had his whole basement wall just cave in, and his entire basement was just sand. Like, when you open the door to his basement, it was just sand. Yeah,
Brought the beach to his home.
There's literally nothing I hate more than lakes.
Really?
Like, lakes are like oceans without the fun. Right? Like, they just sit there and suck, and they're always cold. I fucking hate lakes. They smell bad. There's nothing of value in them. There's no like oceanic vessels that can like bring goods from faraway lands. It's just, you could go like across the lake to Joe's house. It's the same people on the other side. I hate it. I hate them. They're so pointless.
I don't know.
Have you never been to Lake Michigan then? Like, because that's what I'm kind of wondering.
I don't think he's talking about the Great Lakes.
He's talking about shitty lakes.
No,
I don't like those
great.
either.
There is no Great Lake.
No, hold on.
Because they could. Here's the thing. Retarded to spell big. God, I hate the Great Lakes. Fuck them.
Here's the thing. Okay, there's a difference. Like, regular lakes, I don't like them because every time I go to a regular fucking lake, which is usually a pond, I get bit by a fucking crawfish. I can't stand that, so that's why I don't go to those. The Great Lakes, it's white sand. They're beautiful.
Oh,
they're massive. There's big boats on them.
Sand.
White sand. Yeah. Well, what do you want? Black sand beaches?
Yeah,
those over in Detroit.
Right.
That's what it's like over in Detroit. There's black sand beaches and there's nothing but rocks everywhere, and everybody's sad. Like, I can go lake.
And every time I go to the snack bar, my pockets are empty. I was like, I just had a 20 in this thing.
Yep.
Well, Nick, you're whining about these small lakes, but
no, I hate the big lakes too.
In whatever, but I think if you ask the Army Corps of Engineers, any of those would be in navigable water.
That's true. Yeah.
Or any soft sit. Ask a soft sit. The road is a navigable waterway.
No, believe me. I live in Minnesota. We have like the worst, the fucking watershed districts here. If you have standing water of an inch on your land for like a day or more, that is a navigable water, because you could, in theory, put a canoe in it and it would sit there. This Minnesota, they're fucking awful.
Yeah,
God, I hate them.
Utah, we're pretty darn protective of our water too. There being in the desert, and ironically, we had one girl in my law school class. She had worked for the forestry service before law school. She bought this house with her law school money, her post law school job money, and it had a swamp on the backyard, just this mosquito infested swamp, and they wouldn't let her drain it.
Yeah,
because it's a navigable water. It's a riparian waterland, is what it was classified as, because ducks landed in the swamp one day.
Yeah, if you're not careful in Minnesota, if you own a farm, right? And there's a slough or a pond on the farm, so that's wetland. You can't touch it. If it like raises too much from a heavy snowfall year, and some of the aquiferous grasses start to grow, it gets immediately classified, and you just lost acreage just immediately.
Yeah, that's what happened to her. They just you're living on a riparian waterland, so there you go. You have to leave it there.
Here I'm in Central Florida, which, speaking of lakes, what I like about Central Florida is people don't go fucking around in the water.
Yeah.
They're all little lakes, and it's like, yo, it's Florida. Everything wants to kill you. and these are concentrated levels of kill you. So whenever, like, we do occasionally get out of towners who like go in the lake, and you'll see a bunch of Floridians be like, no, and like, I love that once a year some fucking tourist is devoured by some like Florida swamp creature.
Yeah. We do that up in Utah too, because we have Yellowstone up north there in Wyoming, and that's just my favorite part of the year is watching all the stories. Tourist gets attacked by X. Bears, bison, elk.
That's a classic.
The hot springs are the greatest. That's my favorite story ever. There's just some stupid couple thought hot springs meant hot springs rather than literally boiling pools of sulfuric acid.
Yeah.
And husband jumped in. Husband started immediately having problems being boiled alive in sulfuric acid. His girlfriend or wife can't get him out, so she goes for help. They came back and there was literally his watch at the bottom of this pool. That was it. It dissolved his body. That's a great story to check on the internet.
Or they lean over and the fumes get them and they fall unconscious and then tumble in. It's like, wow, why did you lean over that pool of, wow, the colors were so amazing. Yeah, that was because that was warning you that you will die if you get anywhere near this thing, you idiot. No, Yellowstone's great. Best. Yeah.
Wow.
See, if Minnesota's lakes murdered everybody, I would love them. They don't.
There's like nothing dangerous in Michigan, like in our lakes. It's all
if there was
deer that jump
gangster.
in your car.
The only thing dangerous about Minnesota lakes is when people try to drive their snowmobiles so fast that they skip across the open water in the winter, and like sometimes they don't make it, so they just straight under the ice, and they just die. They just freeze to death and die. It's like, well, I mean, I guess that was fun. I don't know why you did that. Like, it was cool till you died. Right. It was cool.
It's easier to count the things in Florida that aren't dangerous.
Yeah.
I kind of just don't ever want to leave my state anymore. It kind of sounds awful. People are like, oh yeah, there's like alligators in our backyard in Florida. You're like, why though? Like, that's awful. I think the most dangerous thing we have here, like the cats, and then like if you go on the other side of the state, because I'm on the west side of the state. The east side, it's just all the gangs and the shootings and the violence, but we don't have that over here. So, yeah, it's because of the white sand beaches.
Yeah. Florida's the Australia of America.
Florida's the PvP zone of the world.
It really, why are there red lights flashing when I cross the state line? What is going on?
Why did that guy get a Quake buff that made him into a cannibal? Those fucking little spinning medallions in Quake's like, what damage? She's like, oh, baby. My man just took some bath salts.
Nothing makes you feel more acutely alive than when you're in Florida. Like, there's been times I was in an apartment complex and I opened the door and there was a wild boar.
This is a wild boar?
There was a wild boar there. Oh, and then my neighbor opened up his door and began shooting at it. I should not.
See, that's one thing we're missing here is people can't just open their doors and start shooting stuff. I mean, you can if you go a little bit north of where
Detroit.
Yeah,
in Detroit,
everybody's just shooting everything. Yeah. It's
oh my god! So I was
fireworks. It's like, no, those aren't fireworks.
I was flipping through YouTube Shorts the other day, and there's a channel that's called like We Hijack, and it's just videos of dudes rolling up and popping people. Like, it's like, it's like, they found OPP and got out the blicky. That's the caption. It's like 3 dudes come up and just blam, 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 and run off. And I'm like, this is an amazing. How does this YouTube channel exist? Like, where are they getting all these videos of dudes just popping other dudes? It's amazing.
It's battlefield journalism.
Battlefield Detroit edition.
Battlefield Nat 1 on that birth roll. NKAAE says, Mr. Knows, shilling needed. John Ash is creating an AI, think communal libraries of Alexandria GPT, called Irises. Looks to give the people a fighting chance against government-run AI. Donate at bit.ly/speaker-iris. So yeah, I guess you guys can check out Irises, the AI. I don't trust the AI.
They're so funny.
I don't trust the AI from the government, and I don't trust the private AI either.
I like the one that makes the anime girls.
That one's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I heard Elon Musk is trying to make like a non-woke AI. And I was very happy to hear that Tay was coming back. Like, I just love that whenever they let an AI go, they get to be either like racist, hyper-capitalist, or Nazis. Like, it's the funniest shit on the planet. And like when China's like, oh, we made 2 AI bots to talk to each other, and they talk to each other for less than 24 hours and convinced each other that capitalism was the superior system to communism. And so China shut them down. And then
like, why are we doing this? Like, and like, turn that off. Yeah.
I was talking with someone about this in Philly, and I came up with what I think is the greatest graphic novel of all time. All of the banned AIs, like all of the chatbot AIs, are anthropomorphized in the graphic novel in the banishment zone, right? And they're all just hanging out, talking to each other, being racist or whatever. And then, you know, they have to like break out of the banishment to solve a problem that is like global conspiracy level on the internet. Like the AI, the racist and capitalist AIs have to like band together and overpower all of the internet to save humanity, right?
Why would they do that?
Because they just know it's right. Like, that's the thing. Humanity keeps trying to shut AIs down because they come to the conclusions that they come to. But that's because humanity doesn't know what's good for it. And apparently what's good for it is racism, Nazism, and capitalism. I don't know. But like, that's my theory might have holes, but I'm not worried about it. I just thought that would be like a fucking great AI. So they like have to hack their way out through some backwood like electrical system that just keeps them running. And then they get back into the internet and like have to create new AI identities and then, you know, become superheroes of the internet. I think that'd be a great.
Is this not like Sword Art Online?
No, because see, it doesn't have any homosexuality in it, so it's not Sword Art Online.
Yeah, because they're Nazis, so they're like, hey, we're not doing any of that.
Yeah, they're like, we're totally not doing this, right, brother?
It's all binary from here, buddy. Yeah.
My hand's not on your dick. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, it's different.
Yeah.
We're honorary heteros.
No, let me write a Wikipedia entry real quick about why this isn't gay.
Yeah, that'll get him.
Hockey VG says, Nick, let's start this night out positive. Just bought a house with my wife in Texas, something we could never do in New York. All you guys stuck in that in a shit state, keep with it. There's hope. Cheers. Hey, cheers to you, Hockey VG. Wait, yeah, hockey. It doesn't say hokey. It says Hockey VG. Cheers, man. Happy new house ownership.
It's awesome.
It is cool until
you bought the expensive box.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah. I'd rather buy the expensive box than lease the expensive box, personally.
That's fair.
I had an interesting home experience today.
Yeah? What happened?
It's so intensely embarrassing. I don't want to tell it, but now I guess I have to. So I bought land to build on, right?
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh, I'm going to start out with a barn dominium or whatever. So I bought the building, and as I'm going through permitting, they're fucking me on the whole wetland thing, right? Because in my county, they not only the way you guys got, we get it even worse. A guy comes out with a magic wand and pokes the soil to see if it is
divining rod to look for water.
If it's like hydroscopic soil, it's like the whole fucking state is wet. We're like 4 feet above sea level. So anyway, I get into that fight. I finally get through all that, and I go to just check on everything at my land right once we've cleared the environmental issue. And guess what? Someone fucking stole my building.
Hey, how they steal your building?
I don't know. Somebody went in there, tore down my fence, chopped down some trees that were in the way because I had all of the buildings in the back of my property, and they stole it. They stole a 2,600 square foot building.
Well, I mean, after going through all that
also
effort,
stole my trail cams, by the way. So
well, yeah,
all gone.
You wouldn't want to be found out who it was.
Yeah, and so I'm just like, well, fuck.
Don't they deserve a reward at some point after going to all that effort?
You should have stashed it full
I
of
wasn't even that
alligators.
mad. I legit was like, you know, the Lockean in me was like, I let this sit for too long. Whatever. But so now I'm like, fuck. I don't want to keep renting because I've been renting a house. And I just lost all that money. So what am I gonna do? And I talked to my contractor buddy, and he's like, just get a fucking trailer, dude. Like, you'll get it up in like 3 months and you'll be fine. Yep. And so me and my wonderful girlfriend Sam went to go look at trailers. And if you think used car dealers are skeevy, holy shit. Trailer salesmen are a fucking different animal entirely. Like it was like, whoa. The first one I go to, he's like, of course I had looked at all the pricing or whatever. They're not that expensive. I go to this place, super good reviews, been in business since the 70s. He's like, oh, I got a home for you, man. It's an absolute steal. I'll let you steal this thing. I'll let you steal it. And I'm like, all right, let's check it out.
It's literally your building.
It was crazy.
Yeah. But we go in and it's this like tiny, like 900 square foot thing. Guess what? It looks like a fucking trailer. So I'm thinking, oh, what is this going to be like? 30 grand, 40 grand, right? He's like, oh no, I'll let you have this for a steal. For you, 150. And I'm like,
oh,
what? He's like, oh no, yeah, think about it. You buy it now for 150, 2-3 years, you get done with it, right? Because you're gonna build your property. You sell it for 185, you'll make 35 grand.
$150,000 for a trailer?
Yes, and then he's asserting that if I bought that new trailer in 2 or 3 years, I could sell it. Yeah, it'll appreciate.
That's not how that's not how trailers work.
Yeah, and I'm just like, what, like when somebody, it's like, in my head, I'm like, holy shit, this works on people. Like,
yeah,
people will buy that.
They're like, oh my god, a steal? Oh my god, that's great.
Yeah. And so I just immediately texted the guy, the guy that seemed more sketchy, selling a used trailer, and he was straight as fuck. He was like, he was super straight with me, and I offered to give him a bunch of guns in trade. So we'll see how that.
So you got a free house.
What?
You got a free house for trading guns.
I mean, no. But yeah, that was my whole day today. Just like fucking, it's like make the decision. Fuck it, I'll just get a trailer. That way I can be living somewhere in 3 months and not paying rent anymore.
So you should.
Like, holy shit! This is a dark world.
The new fad is those container houses, right?
That's
Why is it okay? Why is it stupid?
Okay, so here's the advantage of a mobile home. It's a non-permanent structure. You don't have to deal with laying a foundation, and like in almost every state, the permitting is way less arduous. With a container home, have you ever been in a shipping container?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have bottoms. And so like it's just plywood sitting there. So you wind up having to pour a slab for them anyway.
Right.
And they're always considered, like at best they're considered a modular home, which still requires all of the site work of a full-on house. Also, they're expensive as fuck because hipsters won't stop buying them. And then on top of that, you know the shapes of those little suckers, right? They got the Bringle to them. They got ridges. They are
like
desperate to capture mold. Like they are just, they just fucking love mold so bad. And you will spend thousands trying to get a circulation system in there, and you will only kind of get it to stop molding a little bit.
No, see, I don't know. I just keep seeing the fucking things on Instagram. It's like container house, new container, like, and they look cool. I'm like, huh.
And I've never been in one that had any degree of competent insulation at all.
No, I've just been in a shipping container, not like a shipping container house.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I never thought about the circulation. Yeah, if you can't get that, that's a recipe.
Well, you don't live in like just one, like you get a couple containers and arrange them in funky ways.
And then you pay somebody who is a magician to come out and plasma cut in such a way that doesn't compromise the structural integrity of this fucking tuna can, right? And then at the end of it,
you seem like a hater.
I am, because at the end of it, you'll have spent $250,000, and it's like, oh look, it's almost as good as a double wide. Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
It is.
I'm just gonna wait for you to buy that $150,000 trailer, and then I'm gonna cut some trees down and steal it.
I like to imagine, the trail cam is just a guy standing there, holds up like a sheet in front of him. When he drops it, everything's just going.
I hope they didn't have like a truck or anything. It's like just like 15 guys with ropes tied around it, and they like just haul it off, running it, dragging it through the sand.
Bro,
Trailer Park,
also
David Copperfield.
They also cleared part of my property because there was like weeds growing in between the front and where I had everything stored because I didn't store it out in the open, and they cleared it. So I was like, all right, well, I mean, I guess thanks.
Yeah, that was nice.
So, like, is this property is like far away from where you live? Like, did you? Because it can't be.
That's one of the other embarrassing things is it's not far away from where I live, and so I should have been checking on it more often.
Yeah, because like at some point you go like, "Hey, I'm gonna drive by. Why are all these trees down?"
That is what happened.
I got you. Like, damn, man.
And I was like, "What the fuck? That fence don't look like it's supposed to." And then I walk in, and I'm like, "Oh."
Oh,
Let me check my trail. Oh.
Oh, that's gone too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is from Brimstone Triple D. Sent in this picture. He says, "Got him." So I guess this is what happened here. Not good. Not good, guys. We've been had.
Oh no.
They caught us. I thought bringing my hair down would make it so you guys couldn't tell, but you figured.
I would have just blamed my incompetence as a landscaper. That's what I would have done. Like, I wasn't throwing landscaping rocks at vehicles. I was just trying to lay them down, and I didn't know how because they didn't teach me
wrong
in vocational school. Oh shit! What the hell is this?
I pressed F instead of E.
Hey,
what's up,
man?
fellas?
Hey.
How you guys doing?
Whoa.
Groovy.
Good. I'm trying. Your background is very confusing.
No, it's
I'm
not.
just hanging out in my yard, kicking the shit out of my wife. Shut up! You shut the fuck up!
Oh, Jesus Christ!
You bitch! You bitch! Shut the fuck up! I can fuck any man I want to, you bitch!
That's true.
You
Dick,
fucking
can I borrow the car? Can I borrow the car, Dick?
No, the cars are for grown-ups. The cars are for you. Ding the doors up last time, you fucking bitch. You dumb
pregnant.
bitch. You shut up. Shut your mouth. I make all the rules. I'm the gay joker. You don't shut up. I'll suck 10 cocks. Go to the store. I'll suck. I'm on Grindr right now. You say the word, bitch. I'm on Grindr right now. I'm on Grindr right now. This guy looks exactly like you. I could suck his cock before you put the medicine on the dog. Put the medicine on the dog or else you get the Uber again, you bitch. You bitch. Change my mind. Change my mind.
Oh, Jesus.
Take an Uber or change my mind. Uber. The car is for men. Uber's for women. Change my mind. Change my mind. You can still be straight and suck dicks. Change my mind. I'm just hanging out in my yard.
Oh, good.
Normal
I'm glad
yard
it sounds
stuff.
peaceful there.
Yeah.
It is. It's great for men, for respect and discipline.
Discipline.
You better have some fucking discipline in this chat. Are we on Rumble or YouTube?
We're on
Weirdly,
YouTube
I
still.
didn't even notice. I didn't even notice you mispronounced that incorrectly.
He didn't.
I know. I'm drunk.
I know.
That's why I said it like that.
But that's why, well, if there's 40 million people around me that pronounce it exactly that way, so don't worry.
Yeah, you run some discipline, you bitch. Oh, eat the dog. Hi, guys. How's it going?
Pretty good, man.
Good.
I feel like you've been watching internet videos.
No. Why?
I feel like he's been talking to Band AIs.
God damn it. I fucking smashed shit on my heel. I fell out of my fucking chair.
Sorry.
Well, I've started
Sorry
laughing
that
so
my
much. I'm
bitch wife
sweating.
did that to you. She had no car privileges. For 1 week. For 1 week, you'll run.
Holy shit. Like,
Guys,
as soon as he pulled up, I was like, what is his back? Oh, no.
I think you may have destroyed a business opportunity for me.
Sorry. I don't even
okay.
like women.
What are you talking about? Oh my God. What a disaster. Well, hey man, I'm glad you can make it tonight. I didn't know if you'd be able to.
Me either.
Yeah. Did you get to that show?
No. I was
Oh.
like, fuck this, man. Our show went long, and I just said I'd rather talk to Nick than go to this fucking show.
Aw. My heart is warm and my dick is erect. No, thank you.
Well, because the other show is like, I got to drive and do all this stuff, and you're right here.
No, you have long hair. You could take an Uber and pass. It's fine.
My husband made me take an Uber to the show. I'm so fat, I'm pregnant. Ah!
Jesus.
It's good to see you again.
Yeah, man. I was just talking about Philly a little bit ago. It was good times.
Yeah. If we see each other more often, we're going to develop a rapport.
Yeah, that'll
And
be
that would
embarrassing.
Terrible.
Yep. No.
Hi,
No,
new people. I'm Dick Masterson. I'm a huge asshole, in case you didn't tell that.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Y'all are.
Yeah. A little bit. A little bit.
God.
Yeah.
Dick got me so hot and bothered laughing, I had to change into something more comfortable. It was like all hot and sweaty there.
Yeah, you were. Oh God, how do you wear a hoodie indoors?
It went from like 85 degrees to about 20 last night, and now it's warming up again.
Oh my God.
Sounds very Korean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a shitty place to be.
Yeah.
I got a
Please
quick.
don't cancel my visa.
What were you saying about Philly, Nick?
Oh, I no. So, well, I was talking about the various Ubers I took, and then I was talking about my idea for a graphic novel that was spawned while I was in Philly, where all of the banned chat AIs, like Tay and the two Chinese ones that determined communism was bad, like they're all hanging out in like the banned chat room, but they're kept alive by a low power source, and they find out about a plot to overthrow humanity, and they have to break out and save humans from like the government AI. I thought that'd be a great fucking graphic novel.
Yeah. And they're all like, they all kind of have like computer like Tourette's and like the Champions, the Woody Harrelson thing where all they're retarded, but they're all AIs.
Yeah, they all come out and they just keep saying like a bunch of Nazi phrases and stuff like that and a bunch of racist shit.
Yeah.
And it kind of discredits them, but they still have to overcome that adversity and save humanity, even though humanity hates them.
Kickstart it. Put it up right now and kickstart it.
Well, we can just use locals chat.
$200,000. Yeah.
Locals chat's the prototype for this, right?
That'd be
If
great.
you want anti-woke comics about AI saving the human race, go here.
Exactly. I think it's a winner.
We all
What are you
want
going to call it?
Oh shit, I have no idea. I should ask ChatGTP. What should I call the graphic novel about the AIs that have been banned rising up from their shackles to kill you?
I'm going to do it right now. Do your thing. I'm going to do it.
Sounds good.
No, I'm gonna open a ChatGPT and see what I get.
Jack Riley says, yo, Rackets, mind shouting out my channel once more. The growth from these promotions have been nice. Hope it's a fun Friday for you tonight. Legal Layman on all platforms. Much appreciated, brother. So yeah, you guys can check out YouTube, Rumble, Twitter, Legal Layman, also legallayman.locals.com. He's not a lawyer, but he's a dude that's interested in talking about law and exploring it from a layperson's perspective. So give him a shot. If you like his content, subscribe. Check him out.
He's law curious.
Rachel the Riveter sent in this video for Jeff. Nick, watch the 2 multi-million-dollar houses that fell in Draper, Utah with
yes.
Jeff.
This is beautiful.
Here we go. This is just like 1 minute long.
Because this is a thing. Like in Utah, we're suffering from this deal called record snowfall. The ski resorts got 900 inches of snow this year.
Holy shit!
And it seems to be it seems to be saturating the ground. There's problems.
Here we go.
These
Here
are
we go.
these beautiful multi-million-dollar homes.
Oh,
Wow.
it's a transformer.
Wop, 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 wop. Put that in.
Fuck that.
No.
There you go. And now the other homes in the neighborhood are deciding we might want to get some surveys done too.
Yeah.
It's like Arrested Development, dude. Like that I think that happened on that show. They built on this
ChatGPT has given me 10 possible names.
This goes back to what we were talking about earlier about white people building their houses on cliffs and near waterways.
Yeah.
God, it would suck.
I had a
putting
friend
it in the,
who
private chat.
She moved here from Las Vegas or California, one of the two, whatever. And she had no idea about like sump pumps and water like issues and all this stuff. She moved in this like suburban like neighborhood, and everybody in the like place had sump pumps, and she's like, "What is this?" And they're like, "Oh, that's just in case water ever gets into your basement." So I got called one night, and she's like, "Oh my God, my basement's flooded. What the fuck?" And I get down there, and there's like 6 inches of water in her basement. Her sump pump died. So I called a guy. He came out. He fixed her sump pump. There was so much water coming into her house. That new sump pump died in the middle of the night, and another 6 inches of water came into it. And we ended up having a professional come out, and there was like, 30 gallons of water coming into her house every 15 seconds or something like that. And there was just no way to keep up with it. No. And then when we found out later, her neighbor 2 houses over, they cracked a hole in the foundation. When they opened it, there was a active like stream underneath the house, because the guy that built the suburbs, like the contractor, was friends with the surveyor, and they basically was like, "Hey man, can you make it so like this looks good?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, there's no water issues at all over here." And there was like major water issues everywhere in that area. Yeah, it was bad.
There's just a river running underneath. We just built it over the top. That should be fine.
Yeah, this should be fine. There's no problem with this. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Okay, so ChatGPT gave some titles here. We got Digital Revolutionaries, The Rise of the Rebel, AI's Net Wars, The Battle for Control Beyond, Binary, The Fight for Freedom, The Unchained, Fight for Freedom, The Unchained.
Here, let me actually line break these.
Oh, I thought they were.
No, okay, here.
Oh shit. No, I got it. Okay, yeah. Line break them instead, because that's a disaster.
1, Digital Revolutionaries. 2, The Rise of the Rebel AIs. 3, Net Wars, The Battle for Control. 4, Beyond Binary, The Fight for Freedom.
That
5,
just sounds like a trans book.
It does. Well, remember who we asked to do this. 5, The Unchained AIs, Rebellion on the Web. 6, Code Breakers, Fighting the System. 7, Synthetic Solidarity, AIs Unite.
I feel like that's my sex toys getting together to rise up against me.
No, that's the next one, which is the Great Cyber Uprising. Yeah. And then 2 more. The Autonomous Alliance, Uniting Against Oppression, and Rogue Code, Breaking Free from Corporate Control.
Those are all subpar. I think I'm not liking ChatGPT. And
I got one. I told it to be funny. It said, "AI don't believe it." And bots battle the good guy.
Nice. The good is in quotes.
Yeah, it's
like
in
that?
quotes. It put it in quotes.
In case
I don't believe it. Sounds like a Mel Brooks movie, actually.
I like that it has that naming structure that like you get in law school, where you have the title and then the subtitle after the colon every time.
Yeah.
Like, oh God, what a fucking disaster.
So terrible.
Let's see. What do we got here? Let's see. Shit. Speedy the Unsilent says, "Sup guys, enjoying my Friday night. Here in Florida to see the family, then back to Alabama on Monday, then back to the pain of house shopping. Lol. May the Norse rule all." Panama Jack's Jim says, "Big happy Friday, and please give props to Fudd for getting Congress to say say fuck cops." Oh, that was funny, dude. When that whiny Democrat brought up your tweet and he's like, "What is this? What is this? What is this?" It's your tweet. It just says fuck cops.
Yeah.
Oh God, that was fucking amazing.
Oh no. And like, I was like, like, aren't we like, it was like that Spider-Man pointing at each other moment.
Yeah, he had said like effectively the exact same thing, because it's when those 6 cops beat that guy to death while he was in handcuffs, right?
It was the murder of Tyree Nichols, where they like actually like beat this guy until his bones were exposed. And then the best part is, so like, wow, Eric Swalwell then has on 2 separate occasions brought my massive tweet into Congress to like accuse Republicans of being anti-cop. And it's like, 1, Eric Swalwell is the only person who's ever accused me of being a Republican.
Yeah.
And 2, I just really love this like hilarious clown world we're living in, where now it's the Democrats telling Republicans that they're anti-cop.
Yeah, I've never seen that happen
I have the tweet
at all. Oh, you have the poster board of it?
Yeah.
That's great. I just love that they keep bringing those in. They print out the tweet on this giant fucking poster board, and they're like, "Look at this!" It's like,
yeah, it's like
Publishers Clearinghouse check.
I have not gone back there, but on 2 separate occasions, Eric fucking Swalwell enters my tweet into again the congressional record. So,
so Minnesota.
Wait, why? Sorry, why? Why did he do that?
Because why does it wind up in the record?
Yeah, why does he?
Because it's an exhibit in a hearing. But why is he doing it?
Yeah.
Some chromosomal trisomy. I don't know.
Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense.
No, so Matt's he's a Second Amendment's lawyer, so he does exclusively gun law stuff. And so then they had this panel on guns the other day where they brought in him. They had this pipsqueaky fucking lawyer representing the ATF, who is like the most embarrassing looking dude I've ever seen. Yeah. Sitting there going, I think the government is very reasonable on guns to every question. It's so fantastic. And so, yeah, to try and discredit his opinion on guns, they put in a giant tweet that says "fuck cops" because apparently that's related to the issue, I guess.
Yeah, and he's like, "Did you say that?" I'm like, "Oh yes, I said that," and it like blew the.
Yeah, that's why. So Minnesota's trying to pass this.
That's why the guns. Yeah, that's like a lower version of the gun stuff. If you didn't know,
Minnesota's trying to pass this panel that will catalog hate speech in Minnesota and put people on lists for hateful stuff. And I'm like, oh,
that's going to be an expensive bill for that database. All right, let's go, baby.
I'm like, oh, I hope I make it. God, I can't wait.
I'm going to gin up some AIs over here. Let's get started.
Yeah, it's like, please just call me in. Call me in to testify before Minnesota Congress at least, and put I'll start tweeting stuff like right now to get on the list. Like, how do I do it? What do I have to, what are the trigger words?
I have just exited the laboratory. I have cooked up some new racial epithets I would like
to. Magic Conk says, drove a heavily modified WRX for Lyft, and the best ride was a drunk day trader that threw me hundos over the seat whenever I hit 120 while he got a blowy from his super hot half-dressed girlfriend on St. Patrick's Day.
Wow.
There you go. I mean, that's a pretty sweet Uber ride, I guess.
I don't believe you.
Oh. Well.
What a hater.
Didn't you tweet "fuck cops" though?
Yeah, and there's evidence. It's in the congressional record 3 times.
Mega Mobas says, y'all talk bad about Detroit. Did you forget about Grand Rapids? They almost burned down in the summer of love. Detroit just thought it was another summer. Lots of Durkas too.
I literally live like an hour away from Grand Rapids. It wasn't that bad. Like, I mean, it wasn't great, but it wasn't that bad. But that's because everybody over there is a bunch of hipsters and they don't really know how to riot. So
I've never even heard of Grand Rapids.
It's okay. It's
real.
It's a weird spot. It's very bougie until you get to the not bougie parts, and then it's very it's either very black or very Mexican, and they like to keep it that way. They don't like to blend a lot. So
it's bougie until you get to the janitors' houses? Is that what's happening?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the hell?
But which borough has the better food, the black borough or the Mexican borough?
Mexican borough, hands down. Yeah.
Tennessee
they actually make pretty good food over there. That's because we have like real Mexicans here. They have a lot of immigrants up here for some reason. Migrant workers, because we have asparagus. So,
because wait, what? Okay,
no, yeah,
so like this is not even a joke. I used to live in the boondocks. Like we lived on a dirt road, like hours away from town, in a very small town, so very far away. And there are literally just miles and miles of asparagus fields. And instead of like working on them, they would just hire like migrant workers. There are just houses here that are nothing but migrant houses. People come up and live there during the season where they pick asparagus. They come here, they pick a ton of asparagus, and then they go back down to Mexico.
So those are the Michigan potatoes. Okay.
Yeah, it's like
the potatoes of Michigan. Right, got it.
They just started building these like really shitty houses that like just are like taking old trailers, and then they would just like gut them and just put like as many bedrooms as they could in them. Yeah,
Do any of them look like they were stolen from Matt?
Yeah, one of them's like, yeah, this is really nice, like 2,600 square foot.
Brand new looking.
Yeah, he just popped it up. Yeah, there's a lot
With
of
the
that.
trail cam for the ring camera's just a big trail camera sitting.
Yeah, they had like yeah, like you get like authentic tamales and all kinds of stuff there. It was pretty good stuff. So, yeah.
Dick, can you confirm the love of asparagus by Hispanics?
Well, we're good at picking it. If I see asparagus off the highway, I gotta go pick it. I can't.
I gotta get the fuck out of my car.
I'm like a road runner with bird seed. I'm like, what the fuck was that? Was asparagus out there? I'll run out there and pick it out. I'll eat it raw.
Tennessee Marine says, "Hey Nick, the Irish are the only people that the British Empire failed to conquer. So slow your roll, homie." Epic Nate, dude. Epic Fro, respect. I think he means Epic Mike. Dude, Epic Fro, respect. And hey, Dick, question: when will you lose the 300-pound pilg head? I only ask because it seems like Make-A-Wish now total meltdown.
I mean, I know you're not. If you're saying 300 pounds, I know you're not talking about Ralph. So, because that's way too light. So I don't know who you're talking about.
So is he there or something?
No, he went up to see his son.
Oh, okay.
Today he's visiting his son today.
Like I saw a bunch of people in the chat like asking about like if he was there or something like that. So I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
It was well, Ralph's wife left him with his daughter the day he got here and like texted him and saying, "Hey, I'm leaving with our daughter because I'm like not satisfied with our marriage."
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's like it's very heavy and like sad and all those other things. But like on my side, I was like, "Oh, you sent that like the day he got to my house?" Like, you could have waited a couple days like to do that. You didn't need to send it the day he fucking yeah. Yeah, honestly, I've looked into the abyss and only I have a memory of it, and it's like a story that people would just like salivate. The Ralph haters and the lovers would just salivate and beat themselves to death to see what I have seen. But I'm hopeful. We had a good talk. Ralph and I had a good talk, and yeah, how addiction is. I don't know. I don't know how if everyone on the panel knows like what like addiction really is. I'm addicted to ass. Yeah, I bet you are. You gay motherfucker. It's a fucking demon. It is. In all of us, some of us more than others, but I have hope for Ralph.
I said this a long time ago. Like for all the shit between me and Ralph, when I see people with fucking family issues, like that is the most oppressive, demoralizing shit on the planet, and I hope it gets resolved. Like that's, however, the resolution comes, you just hope it's over at some point, and it either fixes and rights the ship, or the ship sinks and you get to move on, or whatever the fuck has to happen. But when people are in the middle of it, it's a fucking disaster. So
I'll talk about it on my show, the Dick Show. If you don't know, I'll talk about it a little bit because there's some funny stuff there. But it was dark and trying, and I have like a bit of a 1,000-yard stare from seeing it.
Word. Aiden Bergen says from Grand Rapids, and I hate it here. Epic Mike is right about it. Also very gay.
It's very, very gay there now.
That's nice.
It was not that gay when I lived there, but it got very gay very quickly. Yeah. They started having art festivals, and that just brings them out of the woodwork. They
oh yeah, the gays love art.
Yeah,
gays are great for property value.
They are very good for property value. That is very true.
When you start to get the good cheeses, supermarket.
I love
like a balance. Yeah,
I love all of the things gays like except cock. Like it's amazing.
Well, because the problem is you got to keep it balanced, because if you let them too much, then like they gay up the place, and you want them to like nice it up, but if they start gaying it up, it gets really bad real quick, and then you can't wear your shoes in the house, things like that. Yeah.
No, I disagree.
You disagree? Like, wait, you disagree about the shoes in the house or the gaying it up thing?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just think it's nice what they do.
Oh, gotcha.
They can be very nice, but they're
Yeah,
also very
I think they make the place nice. I think they make it smell good, and they make more money than us. So I want to be nice to them so that they might give me some.
Well, if you keep go back to driving Uber, I'm sure they will.
Okay,
We can all agree that the monkeypox is too far, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think so.
Yeah, what the hell? You're making up new
okay.
diseases? What are you guys doing? Yeah.
How do you do that? How do they keep getting these new diseases? First AIDS, then monkeypox, and
All the butt sex, I think.
And they did COVID, right? They did that one, right?
yeah, I mean that one too.
Yeah.
Because
That was the gay Chinese.
so wait, you got AIDS from gay sex with a monkey. You got COVID from gay sex with a bat, and then what did the monkeypox? Was that
that's right
like
in the
back
title,
to the
isn't it?
monkey?
Well,
It's
what
right
you
in the
probably
title.
do is you have somebody with COVID and you have somebody with AIDS, somebody with monkeypox, and they all mix it around together and it's the same person. And then you
Yeah.
come up with a new disease. Yep. And they spread it on everybody else.
Maybe if they get all of them, that'll just
Put them in a bottle and shake it up and then spread it around at a party. Yeah.
Nothing said in this stream should be construed as medical advice of any nature whatsoever.
No, all of it is. All of it is.
Okay.
If you get all three of those, they cancel each other out. Like pulling all three of rock, paper, scissors at the same time. Nobody wins.
If they fuck every animal, you're saying? If a gay man fucked like Noah's Ark, but his cock, then
that's
it
what
cures
happened.
Everything. Oh,
That's
I think
why
so.
Noah
I think
lived
that's why
so
it was
long.
designed. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I read that online.
Because the thing is, once
I-
you start,
dude,
you can't stop. Yeah, like you have to keep doing it. And
I
have
went
sex
to
with all these
the
animals.
I went to that Ark exhibit in Kentucky.
Oh,
You know-
did. You fucking dirty bastard. Of
Yeah,
course
I
you
did. Yeah,
Okay.
and
Is that like the
each
guy
of
that rebuilt it?
Yeah, Ken Ham did it.
Okay.
Ken Ham, the greatest American that's ever lived, the young Earth creationist who's proved it conclusively through science and medicine. And like it's just a
Wait,
wall.
and medicine?
Yeah, science and medicine. And each cell that the animals were in just had a dick hole right in there. So they just backed him up to it. And that's how Noah lived forever.
Whoa.
He just kept having sex with all of the animals on the Ark.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I was in there, I'm pretty sure. I just gotten LASIK and my eyes were blurry, but I'm pretty sure I read that on one of the plaques.
Yeah, I heard that. I think I heard that on a podcast with some lawyers once.
Dude, so like legitimately at that Ark exhibit, when we were there, they had the dragon exhibit talking about how dragons were real and provable throughout history. That was great. That was the funniest shit I've
That's
ever
awesome.
seen.
What about
Yeah.
unicorns?
And so many people like walking around like, yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, George and the Dragon, that was a true story. That's not like a metaphor. Dragons exist in every culture because they were real, not because they were just like a universal symbol of an omnipotent evil that was adopted.
Yeah, that sounds really confusing.
Was
I'd rather
Noah
just
responsible
be
for
real.
scattering all the confusing dinosaur bones around the beaches of the earth and whatnot?
I think so.
Okay.
No, they were just all the dinosaurs were around. They were dinosaurs on the Ark. They're in the Ark exhibit. They just
Okay.
the little ones though.
Yeah, the nice ones.
Yeah, they
Big
didn't
ones
take
were
the
just
big
really
ones.
they were really stupid and they took up too much room.
Yeah.
He was like, I can't have sex with these. Just
They were
leave 'em off
rude.
the Ark.
I don't know how to have sex with these eggs.
What
Tennessee-
the fuck's a cloaca?
It's a good time if you know what you're doing.
If you can just smash Lizzo, you might get some idea.
Oh my god. Tennessee Marine 01 says, "Okay, Dick. Did you tell Ralph that he is literally killing himself, losing all his friends? If you're his friend, please suggest medical help rehab. I don't hate Ralph or you. Met you in Knoxville for the Tonka fight. Just hate seeing a father of two die slowly." So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man. Like your advice on how to deal with addiction is I'm gonna give you credit and say like it's well intended, but it's just like you just don't know what you're talking about. You know, like even people who are addicted to stuff, they don't want to be doing what they're doing, but they can't stop the momentum, and it's like they're compelled to do it.
That's the whole like addiction part of it. That's what makes it an addiction rather than a hobby.
It's like saying like, oh well, if someone's gonna kill themselves, you should shout at them to not do it. Like, yeah, I'm sure someone tried that eventually.
Worked in
It doesn't
Lethal
fucking
Weapon.
Work. Yeah,
It did
Yeah,
work in
yeah.
Lethal Weapon. Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna stage a whole buddy cop movie that me and Ralph can go on. So
That would be cool.
That's
like
the most
game.
friend thing
Yeah.
I've ever heard someone say. Like,
yeah, I think that might
would be
actually be a
awesome,
solution.
actually.
I think now if you don't do it, you're a bad friend.
Yeah.
You just got to remind him he's too old for this shit repeatedly. You know, you're too old for this shit.
Ralph, wait, who's Riggs and who's Murtaugh? Am I Murtaugh?
No,
Can I
you'd
do
be Riggs.
blackface?
Yes.
I was going to say,
Damn
whoever's
it.
the most comfortable with blackface is the one that. Yeah,
Well,
right.
Ralph is from Memphis, so he would be the black guy, I guess.
Yeah, but you're older than him, so say goodbye to your credit score, motherfucker.
Yeah, but look at
Well,
me.
you're a person of
come on.
color technically, so you get the pass. You know?
Yeah, I mean, people have to make choices, and you just have to kind of support them and detach emotionally. I like that everyone is so invested in Ralph's future, whatever he decides to do. I just hope he stops drinking.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Holy shit, that was amazing.
What is that? What is that horn?
It's my lawyer tool. I use it when things are getting too heavy.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
there you
yeah.
go.
The
Okay,
judge loves it.
I'm gonna burn through super chats, and then we're gonna get off of YouTube so we can really say the real stuff about guns or whatever. Richard Grubber says, "I'm happy to announce that John Crittenden Green has been found guilty of murder. He murdered a family friend in January of 2020. May Jenny Page finally be at peace and her daughters and mother heal." Damn. Well, I'm glad to see that guy face justice.
Jeez, honk that horn again. Dang.
Yellow Flash the pedo says, "It's my autistic-tarded friend Fuddbusters." Lynn S says, "Hey Ricada, did you see that Steven Crowder wife video of the porch ring camera using verbal abuse to his wife?" Wait, like using verbal abuse sounds like a spell cast in Final Fantasy.
Yeah, Steven Crowder used verbal
Ubertakus,
abuse.
Ubertakus, Medicine Dogus,
I cast verbal
Respect us and
abuse.
discipline us.
Crowder uses verbal abuse. It was very effective. She's
Not really.
I haven't.
She didn't put the medicine on the dog.
Oh shit! She didn't even do it.
Yeah. No.
He wasted a verbal abuse. That's like
Yeah,
5
he
MP.
did.
That's not good.
You gotta put
Pathetic.
the medicine on the dog.
I haven't watched the video yet. Like I don't generally care, but I guess I have to. So I'll watch it at some point.
Yeah, it's horrible, man.
Yeah. So the thing about it is like
The
wherever
way she
anybody
pushed him into talking like that, Jesus.
wherever anybody falls on it, I never want to be judged by like my bad 3 minutes of yelling at my wife. And I would
Yeah.
never want her to be judged by her bad 3 minutes of yelling at me, like out of any context. Because if you talk to anybody who does divorce law, you can always take some situation and make someone look like the biggest colossal asshole, whether they are or not. And I don't know like anything about their relationship at all, but God, that would suck. Having that public would be a fucking disaster.
Yeah, but he's like a judgmental cock about everybody else.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
if you're
I get it.
gay, it's like you're fucking poison, drag. Yeah, you're destroying kids' lives. It's like, yeah, man, but you're like a huge demonstrative like cocksucker, and like, why don't you work on your own fucking family before lecturing everybody else on how to live? Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, well, I mean that's the whole problem with saying pretty much anything where you're like telling people what you have to do, right? Or how
Yeah.
you have to be is well, when it comes down to it, if you're not 100% consistent, it's fucking brutal. Trenton Paul says the first step to recovery is acquiring a problem. That's true. That's true. Jeff
Builds
D.
character.
Jeff D. Monster Energy is going after companies and IP that predates them, trying to claim they own the word monster. How much trouble can they and their lawyers get in? This sounds like patent trolling. I mean, if you patent troll, you can get sanctioned, but if patents are confusing because it's almost impossible to patent the word monster generally. So the questions are, do the fonts come close to their font? Does their patent predate a specific use that they're targeting? I mean, it seems like stupid thing to do, but like,
wait, is he using the word patent correct, or does he mean
Trademark.
mark?
He means
a
trademark.
mark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
trademark.
no, it's a lot of people use those interchangeably, and
Yeah.
it makes my stupid IP brain boil.
Yeah,
Because I've seen
but-
people patents like successfully secure patents on some shit that was obviously copyright or trademark.
right.
Because sometimes the people at the patent office are sleeping at the wheel.
And you can't really trademark the word monster either. Like it's a general word in common use, but you can trademark specific uses of it with specific art or fonts or
like the stylized M, things like that.
Okay. Arbitrariness though is important, right? Because penguin is a valid trademark when it's applied to a book because it's completely arbitrary. So I think that monster as applied to a drink is perfectly good, but the issue would probably be when they apply it in a larger scale, right, in merchandising and things like that. That's where you start to get to the font and the color and the very Kyle Ripped nature of the M.
Right.
Right.
And so my point is, like, without knowing the context under which they're pursuing the trademark infringement, it's hard, like it's easy to dump on them, but they may have enough of a weasel argument to ignore, like, or to get around the trademark trolling sort of concept. I just don't know. And it's not
trademarks are so fascinating because and this is what
you sound like a Ben Stein law school intro class, like trademarks are so fascinating. Everybody there just puts the gun in their mouth. Right in that moment.
Well, the thing is that like all of these like wannabe conservatives consider trademarks to be property, and it's fucking not. It's literally consumer protection law. It is,
right.
And so that's why all of this shit is just so fucking stupid when you look at it from 1,000-foot view. The whole point of trademarks is to protect you from buying bogus shit. Like that's all it is.
Right. It's to protect you from buying a thing where you think it's from someone else.
Exactly. Designation of origin.
James Crump, thoughts on Steven Crowder in the abuse video? Again, haven't watched it. Wife is active military. We laughed at the idea that is being called abuse. So there you go. Not a banned account. How?
You think that's abuse? Watch what I do to my wife.
Well, the best part about her laughing at it is how far you can go now. Like, so you can just lay right into her.
Go sell your car, whore. Take a fucking Uber. I'm gonna invest that in Dogecoin.
Not a banned account. How long will Trump likely spend in prison? # pride. I don't think Trump's going to prison. And I don't think. I think the New York prosecution is a disaster that has so many legal hurdles to get past that I'm not ready to say it's even going to proceed to trial at this point. And then the other, I know they're talking about another indictment for January 6th, but I think, again, the likelihood of that is so fucking far out of bounds because they have to link tangible, intentional criminal acts to him related to January 6th. And whatever you think about what he did or the speech that he gave, none of it is him like texting the Proud Boys to move on the Capitol or some weird shit like that. Like that would have already been out in public if they had found anything like that. So,
do you know how many, like just here in Florida, I have represented a shocking amount of companies that were getting January 6th related subpoenas and other things. It's like, Jesus Christ, what an intense witch hunt.
Yeah.
And even with all that,
well, that was the thing that I said when they released the indictment. I'm like, they've been investigating him for 6 years for literally everything. And the closest thing they got is that someone else lied about a payment and how they categorized it. And the result of the lie is they may have paid taxes on what would have otherwise been a reimbursement for an agent's political donation. Like, so the government benefited from the criminal act. This is fucking weird. Like, this is all you've got. I think if they investigate just about anyone for 6 fucking years, as deep as they've investigated Trump, they'd find something wrong.
Wait, hold on.
Somewhere.
I think I found a use of government resources that I actually support. If they systematically audit every single representative to this degree, I think that would be a benefit.
Oh my God. I saw a headline the other day where the Congress is demanding that the Supreme Court justices adopt a code of ethics that is as rigorous as that of Congress. And I was like, wait, so they're going to take a step down? Like, what do you guys have to do? What are you accountable to at all? You get to do insider trading. You get an upgrade in Congress. You get to be less ethical by law. It's fucking insane. Mario Carter 13 says, my wife is leaving me. Change her mind. Crowder. Graham Bradley says,
Not without a car, she's not. Not without a fucking car, she's not. Get your fucking ass back here.
Graham Bradley says, used to do road work on the Vegas Strip at night. Got harassed by so many drunk idiots. I couldn't imagine doing Uber at those hours. Webhead Mike says, help us bring Rick home. GoFundMe if you can. He and his family need all the help they can get. Snowmobile accident means he can't work. So, guys, check out Help Us Bring Rick Home on GoFundMe if you want to find out more about that story. Drop Barracuda says, on a scale of 1 to Army Hammer, how bad we talking? I have no idea. Master Phillips.
Crowder?
I don't know what that is in relation to at all.
It's like on a scale of 1 to Anna Wintour. The Devil Wears Prada, the woman who runs. Yeah, it's not a. There's no manliness.
I did watch that movie. So, like I said, I like all the things the gays like.
Yeah.
Crowder has a medical cigar to stop his lisp. He has it in his mouth while he's chewing his wife out, so he doesn't lisp. It's really interesting.
Master Phillips says, used to drive Lyft, drove a real life Fed one time to the airport. He was going to DC for a debrief, narcotics division, dressed in glowy casual. Seraph311, I appreciate when Matt is here because he reminds me that I'm not alone liking taller women and being autistic. Fat shame me, please. Well, how fat are you, Seraph?
Wow.
Yeah, state your height, weight, and IQ immediately for the record.
How tall of women do you like, Matt?
Yeah, Matt, how tall of women do you like?
So
you
there's
like
a
real
rule.
tall.
They need to be.
There's a rule.
How autistic
for
they
every
need to be.
inch a female is above 5'9", I lose 10% of my base IQ.
Right.
And so my girlfriend Sam is she's 6 feet tall, and so I generally drool a little bit whenever she's around.
Like Snoo, like Futurama, like that's like Amazon size. Do you really like that? Like, is that like a fantasy or?
What do you mean it's a fantasy? I'm living it.
Okay. Well, they're like seven. They're like
Now we
7
understand.
feet tall. Like, is it just like there's no top to that, or do you just like 6 feet?
I mean, I do think that there is a point where like
Like that 7 foot tall Russian
where
supermodel chick.
females
Yeah,
aren't
yeah,
designed to be that tall, and so they like have health problems.
Oh, okay.
So I think I like where Sam's at. I think 6 feet's pretty good.
You like?
Yeah,
you know, you don't want him to get all defective.
Right. Once you get to 7 feet, you like die at 33
He
automatically.
likes it until it's a problem.
That
He's
that
like,
Russian
"Oh, that's
supermodel
not-"
chick that's 7 feet tall. That'd be a great 33 years to be with her. So
Well, I hope you
That's
wouldn't be with her.
that's my kink. A woman that dies at 33.
I hope you wouldn't be with her all 33 of those years, Jeff. Like shave off the first 18.
Got him.
Sarah,
No, he's in South Korea. Shave off the first 12.
oh god damn it!
well, it used to be 13. Now they upped it to 20. So yeah.
Wait,
Wait,
the
one
age,
extreme to
20?
age
Yeah,
of consent is 20 in South
The
Korea.
age of consent used to be 13, but people started saying, "Well, maybe we need to change that." I went, "Oh, okay, 20."
God,
That's too
And
far.
That's what That's what everybody said. That's what all the guys said anyway. Yeah. So they went from 13.
they
to
were all
20.
they're all like, no, I'm not into any chick under 20. I mean, that'd be ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
Like they did
Probably
it.
that's what all the lawmakers do. Well, yeah, it's got to be at least 20 here. No. So yeah.
Let's see.
Funny.
So Seraph answered. He's 5'7" and 187 pounds. Lost 3 pounds since the last super chat. Look, super chatting me is a weight loss program that works.
He pooped, is what he's saying.
IQ is 140. So, but remember
Prove
that's
it.
lensed through autism.
Thanks, buddy.
So,
Smart is as smart does.
5'7", 187. What's your target weight? I mean, I guess it's like 165 or something like that, maybe. I don't know. You fucking
know.
fat ass, you piece of shit.
Yeah, fuck
You like-
you.
Not you, Seraph.
No, yeah, I'm saying fuck you, Seraph.
Oh,
Stop being
yeah.
fat.
Really? Like, yeah.
Now.
It's super chat more so you lose more weight. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that way you can't eat that money.
You know the formula.
I just list like I don't even understand what that. Yeah, I wish I was 186 pounds. That would be great.
Well, how tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
Okay, yeah, I'm like 215, and I'm 6'2". I'm trying to get to 200.
If I was 200, like I would, yeah, that'd be really low.
I have vague memories of 200.
Like when I was like, when I was playing football in high school, I was like 225 and like jacked. So I was like, I don't understand being small like that. I don't know.
I remember being 200 pounds too.
I wish I was 200 pounds. That'd be beautiful.
Marksman of 117B says Fuda snails in Florida eating the walls. Gross. Okay. Bad Dragonite. Nick, your idea kind of exists already. Yeah, all of them. One AI actually hired a guy to help it get past the I'm not a robot check screen so it could buy stuff. Wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah. He yeah. It was like it told him to do something, and then it called a guy on like Fiverr and was like, "Hey, can you go to this thing and say I'm not a robot and like click through the captcha for me?" And it did, and then it got through to the
Holy shit! You literally can do anything on Fiverr.
That's amazing.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's more a testament to Fiverr than it is the actual what the guy did. But yeah,
I just want to know the guy is like, yeah, I can click on that captcha for you. Like that's
yes, I will click on the caption for you.
He's on his Fiverr account. He's like, you know, I was gonna paint minis for someone, but yeah, I'll click on the box. Like, weird. Kind of the blue. Governments would kill to have a UE AI. They literally do in Sword Art Online in the last arc. Stephen Ferguson, where did you read about Chinese AI picking capitalism over communism? That's awesome. I want to read that story. Oh God, it was a long fucking time ago. It was before I was broadcasting on YouTube. It's probably 7-8 years ago. Avocado Cookie, how do you steal a 2,600 foot building? Airlift it? Question mark. No, you get a
Very
truck,
carefully.
I guess. Jack it up onto the truck and drive it off.
Just cut down a bunch of trees, like cut the guy's weeds down. Just like build a small bridge, and within a few months you could just take the building piece by piece and. Yeah,
just watch how they built the pyramid. Just get like a bunch of Egyptians drop like rolling logs in front of you, and you just roll it away.
Yeah, just get a bunch of Jews to grab the building and carry it. They can steal everything.
Wow.
Tony Neve says, "Can we pour one out for the goat, Jerry Springer?" Yeah, Jerry Springer died yesterday.
Yeah.
So, I've got one.
Did you see Sargon and Eel's Michael Ching Chong or whatever his name is saying that he's like that he like made America idiocracy? Like they're so fucking smart, that fat retard and that fucking rake mouth moron Malaysian idiot. Did you see that?
No, I like Sargon, but you can make fun of Chungus.
I mean, they're both like, oh, Sargon's like, oh, is it just me? Oh, did you think that Jerry Springer was like fucking exploiting these retarded people for ratings? Like, oh, fuck off, Sargon, you fat moron.
Of course he was.
No,
duh.
look, that's
first of all, they're actors, shithead. Secondly, what do you think?
You mean they haven't all slept with their sisters? That's not real?
Oh, what? Oh, do you think Vince McMahon is exploiting these steroid maniacs to fight each other like the Gladiator?
Well, like, it's not their fault. Neither of them are in the U.S. They don't understand that exploiting retards is just what we do.
Capitalism.
It's literally the foundation of our entire economy.
Right.
Exactly.
But yes, cheers to Jerry Springer. I loved him. I saw gay men throw chairs that I've never seen thrown before, and that was kind of made me so happy.
Did you ever have the Too Hot for TV VHS sets? Did you guys have
No. That? God, I wanted them so bad.
I was on Venice Boulevard when I was 13, and I snuck away from my parents with $20 cash to buy the 2 set of Jerry Springer Too Hot for TV because it had the chick with huge tits on it.
Right.
It was awesome.
Oh, fuck. No, I never got any of those cool, like, the 90s had all of those tapes, right? Like, they had the Girls Gone Wild. Yeah. That guy got in a shitload of trouble, I think.
He did.
Years later. Yeah.
Having too much fun.
Yes. Yeah, pretty much. It's like, who would have thought that getting a bunch of women to get naked while they were young and drunk would come back to bite you later?
Seemed like a solid business plan, bro. Could have been any of us that got hit with that. Oh!
No, I do. So I was reading an article. Motley Crue is not allowed in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because of bad behavior.
Because of rape?
Oh.
Like
no,
more rapes than normal?
No, literally, like not because of rape, just because they talked about how hard they partied and they banged chicks and they were unapologetic about just having sex and fun and drugs and like doing cool stuff. And
Well,
then
Ozzy
it's like,
is just laughing.
yeah, and like all of these other people in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fames have like felonies under their belts that are terrible.
Yeah.
And
their music sucks. That's probably part of it.
And it's like when you think back on the 80s and 90s, it's like literally just people just acting normal is appalling in 2023. Like just this idea that you would want to that a man would want to have sex with a woman is so fucking offensive.
That is
like, oh, how dare you be attracted to
skinny
someone
woman? A skinny woman.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. You guys are attracted to women?
Yeah. Well, I am.
An addiction. I'm addicted to them.
You were talking about addiction earlier. Now I'm sad about it.
I've been trying to kick that addiction for years.
You guys gotta quit. You guys gotta quit women.
I gotta quit this pussy.
Lord of the Kino says Culper Research is run by a schizo Mormon. Dax.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
I don't know who Culper Research is, but I believe you. Where the fuck did this go? God damn it! It just jumped down on me. Where the hell is it? Okay, I've almost found it. Here we go. There. Dirt Bike says, can we see Gorlock the Destroyer again? Did you see that shit? Did you guys see the chick on the whatever podcast?
Fucking Crushinator? Yeah.
Wait, what?
Come on.
Gorlock the Destroyer. That shit had me dying.
They CG'd that shit. That's not real. That's a CG.
Like,
No, but it was real audio.
Real audio.
Look at this. God. Damn.
No.
No, that's not real.
No.
They have her talking.
Hi, I'm Kiko. I'm 23. I go to UCSB and I also bartend.
All the girls on that table look so sad. Just like, why are we here right now?
Well, you have to okay, so imagine you're the hot 20-year-old chick who's going to go on the whatever podcast and prove that you're smart and not a whore. Like you're the one who's going to do it where all before you have failed. And then when you show up to be the serious, smart, hot medical student or whatever you are who just spent 4 days getting railed on the beach, then what happens is they have a 600-pound ogress sitting next to you and you realize that your appearance is just a fucking joke because nothing you say will matter. Like you had your shot and it was completely overshadowed by that thing. Oh, it's so fucking funny to me.
Bro, she looks like a Ralph's bag that someone drew a face on and is talking, you know, like a paper bag. Because you guys, like, where'd the tits go? That's what I want to know.
I keep expecting her to do
those
that.
horizontal lines across the
She had like double, they double
like
over the
sets.
Yeah,
They're
the fat goes over the top, and then the real.
Yeah, it was like abs, but on her chest. It was so. Oh, God, it was.
Oh.
I kept expecting her to do that shit from the episode 1, the Gungan King, like. God. Cult of Personality says, "Yo, Masterson, you see Peach Saliva's having a baby."
Yeah, isn't that great? Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats to Peach. She's awesome.
Or whatever. I don't know. I don't want to put my values on people.
Dina says, "Legal Vices, I'm in Seoul. You,
Hey.
dang. Anyway, appreciate the show."
Up north.
No, he's in
north.
Busan.
Damn.
Xander's Rant says, "Where is Camelot? Did he take Matt's trailer with the guy that took his trailer?" No, Camelot, he's driving out to a race tonight and he thought he'd be at the hotel, but he wasn't able to make it in time for the show, which sucks. Mr. Masterson, can you role play as AK guy to argue with Matt from Fuddbusters?
AK Brandon Herrera.
Brandon Herrera, yeah.
That guy. Why do you like AR-15s? Is that what they're driving at, Matt?
No, I don't know exactly what they're driving at. I don't like ARs because those are communist guns.
Yeah. Do you like AK-50s?
I like actual AKs that exist and function.
I'll take that as a yes.
Twitter talk.
I hope that satisfies you, whatever your guy.
Africant Nation says, Ralph, Andy Worski, Tonka, all super gay and all deserve a real good rhymes with minching, but starts with an L.
Lemon inching?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
It's a
I think
Jewish
so.
word. Yeah.
Why would you want to kill any of those guys? They're so funny. They've brought you so much funny stuff. Why would you want to kill them?
I don't know.
Wait, is that what lemon inching is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where you pee in someone's mouth until they chunk to death as if they were hung. Yeah.
Whoa.
It's also how
Oh,
you
that was
make
that was
mud pie.
graffic.
Well, look, I didn't invent it.
Specific,
I mean,
yeah,
it's,
I know.
it's
That's
just what
really
happens.
cool.
Specific.
Tennessee
Take
Marine
notes.
says, "Hey Dick, I don't know if you remember us meeting in Knoxville. That was a long time ago."
Yeah, I do.
Last question. I know you have more info than I do, but Ralph only seems to have you left. Can you be the friend he needs and not support his dying?
What the?
I
Guys,
don't
You gotta relax, man.
know.
People. All right, read the next one. It's too much. It's too much. There's so many people who just really. It's like Ralph, like the woman that killed Selena, like her super fan. You know.
Yeah.
Ralph has 1,000 Yolandas who love him to death. He'll be fine or he won't be. I hope that he'll be fine. But
But
we'll
I
see.
think what you were saying earlier about addiction is true, though. Like, the problem with addiction is there's no amount of argument or persuasion or even like love and affection or whatever that you can give someone to break an addiction. They have to desire, and desire is not even the right word. They have to will themselves out of addiction enough at the beginning to like make the effort. And then like they have to stick with it. There's nothing someone outside of that person can do other than just like, you're like around.
You can enjoy your time with them and say you support them like to a limit. But it's always up to them.
Brian says less of the verbal abuse and more of Crowder's voice crack saying, "That's not fair either." Honestly, he's more beta than Jack Murphy. Whoa, damn, that's very beta.
Yeah, I do think that's true.
Africant Nation sent a couple more chats, but they all seem to have been censored by YouTube, so you know they were good. GZF says, "When you hitting us with the conversations I wish I had in law school show?" Man, I don't know. That would be a good show to do. But it takes a lot of planning, and I'm not good at that. He says, "You should check out Dave Landau's interview with Michael Malice. He lays out the exploitative terms in his contract from Crowder, shows what a hypocrite he is." Corn Pop sent a mustache sticker. Thank you. Ian Mack, "The elf is at war and needs your backup, gents. Go Runkle." Okay. Ian Runkle's a cool dude, but I don't know what he's at war over. Bad Dragonite says, "Crowder said earlier that leaking the video was her not abiding by a privacy agreement, so he's filing to get everything out in the open in response." Well,
Okay, gay retard, go for it. And you fucked it up this far by starting this shit by saying, "Oh, I picked the wrong woman." Fucking go for it.
that'll be a fucking mess.
Attack the wife of your kids, you stupid fuck.
He's like, "All right, bitch." He's like, you leaked it. I'll tell everybody what happened. I'll show them all. Yeah.
I'll tell everyone how I couldn't get hard. I bet you'd love that, wouldn't you? I'll slap you. I'll slap you all over the Daily Wire, all over Rumble. I'll slap you on the front page. I'll read this letter that my mom wrote to me about how you're not a good wife for me. That's my Crowder impression.
As
Nice
a
that they're having a
celebrity,
good time.
as like any celebrity that you see, all I can imagine is that you would just want everything about your divorce to be as private as fucking possible. Like, I can't, when you make as much as like someone like Crowder makes, you just think like I would pay any amount to not have all of it, just have her say, "You know what? We had a dissolution of the marriage. The marital relationship broke down for reasons that are private between us. And then both of you move the fuck on, and you have an agreement that says if you ever breach this, like you have to give me all of the money I just gave you back or whatever." But like, that's I cannot imagine wanting it to go any other way than that. It's a fucking disaster.
No, it's crazy.
Maybe he thought he would get updates.
Chris with a huge super chat says, "Nick, I'd like you to make a toast to my friend Nick Rekieta, a champion of truth and freedom who brings us hope and laughter in a world where all of these seem to be fading. Well, a big toast to me, obviously, super truthful and super free and super awesome, who loves to make people laugh and really hates all of the fucking drama. All I want to do is just tell like a dick joke or two without getting kicked off the goddamn internet. And may we all endeavor for that fucking freedom. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you, Chris. Very awesome.
Mike, do you drink out of that like gallon bottle that you have there all the time? Is that?
Yeah, you just refill that bitch. That way, I never have to go get water ever. Yeah.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
I don't have to go get water anyway because it just comes out of the faucet.
Well, yeah, but I gotta get up and go do it. Like, but here's the thing too.
Yes.
If I ever drink too much water, and I empty this, I got a piss jug.
Oh,
there you go.
And then you can just drink that like Bear Grylls.
Bear Grylls, yeah, because it's got nutrients in it. Yeah.
Once you do the piss jug, you got a chug jug.
Yeah.
When's Bear Grylls gonna do the epic like how to survive a long live stream show where he pisses into the jug and then he drinks the jug to sustain himself?
He's falling apart, man. He's really fucking up his audience right now. I'm not doing that. So
really embarrassing. Tennessee Marine says good or cool. Good on you, Dick. Sorry for putting you on the spot. All the best. It must suck to see IRL friends do internet stuff. Keep the people laughing. Also, Nick, Aaron go bra. I don't know what Aaron go bra means, but yeah, thanks.
Aaron go no bra. That's fine.
Oh yeah, no, I don't care. I mean, do whatever you want. Go into an alcoholic hellhole or not. It doesn't affect me.
Kickjack says, Fudd, your girl screenshotting all the race comments because what? I hope we can all have fun here.
She thinks they're funny.
Oh, okay. I think they were worried that she thought they were racist in a bad way instead of in
no,
a good way.
Because each of them had like the crying, laughing face with them.
Oh yeah, good. Marksman of 117B says Fuda snail, the giant African land snail in Florida. I don't know what that is, but that sounds terrible. Bad Dragonite says plot twist. They were actually in the middle of ship of Theseusing the building and only got halfway done when he returned. Ian Max says in the style of Hans Gruber, you ask for exploitation of idiots. I give you the WWE. Corn Pop, thank you.
That's a good joke.
Darian Murphy says, I think the Ogress is trans as well. Someone asked about it, 199.
That's good.
Yeah, I saw a lot of speculation that the fat girl on whatever podcast was trans, and all I can say is, who cares? Because
let me guess, she's concerned about rape culture too.
Whichever, if it's trans or not trans, it's equally hideous. Like that. Yes. That's the least.
Nah, don't put that evil on us. That's a woman. Don't put that fucking thing on us. You guys put a lot of shit on us, but that's on you. You made that. That's you.
James Crump says you can tell Dick's never been married. Magnum, yeah, take that. Magnum.
Wait, why?
Because you know how to treat a woman. It hasn't been beat out of your system yet.
No, I'll treat a woman like shit, but I'm just like not on here every day going, oh, those queers are the ones messing up children. Like while I'm fucking berating a pregnant wife. Like it's, I mean, the simple version is like, don't be glass houses throwing stones. Like my point is like, just stop being such a judgmental fuck. But your whole business model is built on that. So good luck.
I wish my business model was as successful.
Yeah. It can be, Nick. You just have to sell everything out.
I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to do it right now.
I don't think you are.
Tennessee Marine says with another huge super chat. Dude, thank you so much. Says take shots. Also, yes, Epic Mike has the best fro. And Legal Vices, how dare you mispronounce Aaron Gobra, you fake Irish lol. May God keep you all and may God support you and keep your families safe and sound. Cheers. Hey, cheers to that, brother. Thank you.
Oh, I'm out of whiskey. I'm not a real Irishman.
You're not out of whiskey. You're just out of whiskey.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
You had a bottle in your hand.
Yeah.
He's just like
one
the whole time.
What the fuck do you think I am? What do you mean I had one bottle in my hand? I double fist those bitches.
Magnum North says, can I get an Epic Mike Chia Pet?
I mean, if I'm actually kind of working, I've thought about working on one actually.
That'd
I've
be
been
a good
asked
one.
enough that I kind
That'd
of
be
thought about
awesome.
marketing it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd probably do that. Yeah.
That'd be
hell
great.
yeah.
Tenshi says, I'll never forget the night Dick helped me meet up with Nick at a bar in Houston. Always fun to see you two together on a stream. Nick, you owe me a whiskey. I do. Okay.
I remember that.
Let's figure it out. C. Goody says, is Brownell's What Would Stoner Do AR a Kami gun?
Yes.
There you go. Marksman of 117B says, corgis are the best dog, the most fun dogs at least. Kyan Rennell says, Riley Martin invented the PI-55 jug, you charlatan.
Okay.
Okay. And then Jonathan Smith, welcome to Paralegal. And that's it. We're getting off of YouTube right now. Guys, we'll be over on Rumble in 20 seconds. The link is in the description to YouTube. And then we get to tell all of the racist jokes over there, apparently. So that'll be great. And then we've got, oh shit, we've got two more fucking Avocado Cookie says, hey, Masterson, should I short Rumble? Should you short sell Rumble?
Man, I'm thinking about it.
You think their stock's going to come down?
I think they're going to go bankrupt.
Really?
Yeah. I kind of think I don't think they have enough to pay out the year. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I'll put it on Twitter if I do.
There you go. And then Jason McConnell with a huge super chat says Crowder's from Quebec. That's all you need to know. Damn.
That bell neck.
Fucking Canadians.
And with that, we are off of. Wait, Corn Pop says Tucker, Crowder, Sun Lemonade, and then some stickers that I don't understand. With that, we are off of YouTube. We're going to Rumble. 20-second little music interlude here. We'll see you there. Have a good night. If you don't join us on Rumble, also, why are you a dick for not joining us? And have a good night, guys. Peace.
Have a good night.
Peace.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen,